Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this video, I'm going to be looking through more of my past artworks. This time, I'm going to be looking through some watercolor works. I got my giant portfolio out here. So if you haven't watched my part 1 video, last time we went through just the graphite drawings from like 10 years ago or so. And so this time I'm going to be looking through some watercolor works from the same time period. I also forgot to mention that I will be rating each of these pieces from a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being I really don't like it, and 10 being, hey, it's pretty good, I like it, and it's good for its time. Okay, so I got them all on my bed here, and so I'm going to go through them one by one. I'll start with one that I believe is the very first watercolor painting I've ever done, so let's just jump right into it. Alright, well this one kind of matches the dress that I'm wearing. It is a galaxy landscape painting, and obviously I used watercolors for the sky, and then I used acrylic paint for the foreground, or like the mountains and stuff. But yeah, this is the very first watercolor painting I've ever done. I followed a YouTube tutorial back in 2015, which this was painted, I believe, in 2015. And so I bought this tiny palette from my local art store that is now closed. I wish that they would still be open because I need another one. But yeah, I used the tiny palette for the sky. It's not very pigmented, but it was perfect for beginners. And the good thing about the palette was that you can build up the colors. And so all of these are done using that palette. So it's going to have this kind of washy effect to it. I'm not saying that the paints are cheap, but they are like build-upable. And I kind of like this more like pastel soft look. I don't like a more harsh saturated look for watercolors. So most of these, if not all, are going to have that same effect. But yeah, this one, it turned out really good for my first time. I was actually impressed. The blending is spectacular. I love this one very, very much. I even went in with white acrylic paint and used a toothbrush with that technique to make the stars. I will show it up really close here. You can see I made stars in the background. So yeah, I would give this one a 9 out of 10 because, wow, I am very impressed. Even to this day, 10 years later, I'm still impressed by my first time using watercolors to make this masterpiece. Since we're on the theme of galaxies, I absolutely loved painting galaxy sceneries with watercolors. So here's another one. This one didn't come out too good. As you can see, her face is kind of messed up. It's very tiny compared to the hair and whatnot. I kind of wanted to make like a goddess or something, and yeah, it looked better in my head, okay? But yeah, I used the same technique for the background. I used the white paint for the stars using the toothbrush technique. It just didn't execute properly, so I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. Yet another galaxy painting. Here we have the constellation Pegasus. This one just looks messy. It looks rushed, which I think I did this in like 20 minutes. But it's not something that I would ever hang up in my room. I'm not proud of this at all. I just wish that I just skipped the background. It just looks really messy. You can barely see the horse, the Pegasus here. I wish I just left the Pegasus as it was and didn't add these like splashes of color in the background. But yeah. The poor thing about watercolors is that once you have it on the paper, you can't really do much about it. You can't erase it or anything. So I just had to live with the mistake that this is. So I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 10. And finally, the last galaxy painting that I've done is this one. It looks much better than the other one with the girl that I tried to draw. This one, she looks a lot cuter here, and I wanted to do something deeper, I don't know, like, something with a meaning to it, so it's kind of like she's listening to music, and basically, music is her whole universe. That's why I have the bubble here with the galaxy in the background, with the music notes. So yeah, I executed this one pretty good. She's painted with, actually she's not even painted, I don't think. No, this is Prismacolors. So this is Prismacolors and this is Watercolors. But it looks pretty good. It looks neat. Not something I would hang up again, but yeah, I think it turned out better than the last one. This was painted in 2016. I signed my name here with the date. So I would give this one a 6 out of 10. Just because, yeah, it's good, but it could be better. I could have done like a cool background or something. One that looks kind of similar to the other one I just showed is this one. I don't know why I loved painting girls holding things. I don't know. But yeah, back in 2016, I guess I had like a phase or something. I don't know. But this one's pretty cool. She's holding a seashell, if you can see. She's holding a seashell, and she's basically listening to the sounds of the ocean. Because that's what you do when you have a seashell to your ear, actually. You can hear kind of sounds of the ocean. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, everything's done in either Prismacolors or Watercolor. I went in with details using Prismacolors. Obviously, you can tell with her hair strands and whatnot. But this one turned out pretty good. I'm actually impressed. I just wish that there wasn't so much white left in the background. I could have painted like some sand or something, like make it cooler. So I would give this one a 7 out of 10. Now we're getting into some of the better ones. I don't know why all of these have a mess at the back. I'm not sure what went through my mind when I was painting. But nowadays when I paint, I use painter's tape across the top to make a border so that this doesn't happen. But anyways, since we were on the topic of oceans and whatnot, I like to paint underwater scenes as well with watercolors. So this is a silhouette of Ariel from The Little Mermaid, if you couldn't tell. And I tried to capture the light that comes from the top of the ocean that kind of hits the bottom, kind of, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I like how this one came out. It's very simple. I kind of wish I painted more details in the background, like some coral or something, or other fish. But it does kind of look a little bit plain, but that's okay. I guess I had just had this image in my mind and I painted it, so yeah. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5 out of 10, just because it's good, but I wish that I added more details in the background. Okay, this one turned out pretty good. As you can see, there's no mess in the back, which means that it turned out better. So as I was saying with the last one, the last Little Mermaid one, I wish that I added more details, like with coral or other fish in the background. So with this one, a couple years later, I got better with my watercolor technique, and I added more details to this underwater scene with Ariel and Flounder. So yeah, as you can see, everything's basically watercolor. I know there's some details in her hair with Prismacolors, but majority of it is watercolor. And I love the bright colors in the coral and how soft her hair looks, like with the buoyancy of the water. It looks so cute. So yeah, I would give this one a 8.5 out of 10. This one's kind of my lazier watercolor paintings. I didn't really do much with this one. I just wanted to try out painting different landscapes. So I traced out a circle, and I basically just painted whatever scenery I wanted to. I found some references from Google. So yeah, this one's kind of lazy. I call this one like a trial piece, or like one day when you're bored and don't want to commit to like a big project. This is sometimes what I like to do, just to try some new things out. So yeah, there's not much to show here. This is like a beach, forest, some nighttime scenery. I think this is a winter scenery. I've never painted a winter scene before, other than this here. And this is a desert, obviously. Now, this was painted in 2016, back in my watercolor phase, which, yeah, I guess I improved over the year. But just because this one's a little bit lazy, I'm gonna give it like, I don't know, a 6 7.5 out of 10. Another piece that's kind of lazy of me as well. I don't know why I used the whole page to paint this. He's not even centered, which just hurts my eyes to look at. Maybe I could trim a piece of this side off just so you can't really tell that it's not centered. But yeah, I didn't want to commit to a big project this day. I remember painting this back in 2017, I think, and it was just a rainy day, and I didn't feel like doing much. I felt kind of lazy, so I just wanted to paint a little creature, and I found this reference photo on Google for a little deer, so I painted this. I used Prismacolors for the details and the flowers, as you can see. But he turned out super cute, and just like the reference, I love this one very much. So I'm going to give this one a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so this one is a bigger piece. This was done in art class in 2017, I want to say. I think it fits the category of watercolor. It also incorporates several different mediums. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I named this one Tears of Society. It's supposed to have like a deeper meaning. I can't remember what I wrote about this one for my final project. But I used watercolor for the background, and the eyeball actually is graphite, and everything else is acrylic. So our task was to use various mediums to create a piece, any kind of piece that we ever wanted, doesn't matter. You could use references or whatnot. I didn't use any references for this one. I came up with this on my own. So yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, can't go wrong with something like this. But I absolutely loved how it turned out, and my art teacher was actually impressed with me. And I remember getting a super high mark on this one. So yeah, this is what it looks like up close. I loved how the eyeball came out. I used to love drawing eyes. I would just sit in class doodling off to the side on my notebook, just some eyeballs. Mostly female eyes, just because I can add like eyeliner and mascara. I don't remember ever drawing a male's eye before, so yeah. But yeah, it's supposed to have a deeper meaning, kind of like tears, and then crying all over the people that are walking by, and they don't really notice the tears, but the tears are there, so yeah, it's supposed to have like a deeper meaning. But I would give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Like, this one is pretty spot on. I love it so much. I just wish that I spent more time with the acrylic paint making these buildings pop more, maybe more three-dimensional. They kind of look kind of flat, which, yeah. But, I mean, it suits the silhouettes because all these people down here are silhouettes. But yeah, if I had to repaint this, I would definitely add more details within the foreground here. Other than that, I think it's a solid 9.5. All right, so we're kind of returning back to the galaxy type artworks now. But I only saved this one till the very end because it's one of my favorite pieces and something that I'm pretty proud of, and I really enjoy looking at it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. So I painted, this is Lily and her Pokemon partner, Cosmog, from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I was obsessed with the game when it came out, and I drew a bunch of fan art. Lily is my favorite Pokemon character in all the series. I just love her aesthetic. I love her Pokemon, so yeah. And I loved how this one came out. I had total control over the water. Because with watercolors, it's kind of hard to control the water where it goes, because if you put a lot of water on your paper, it kind of scatters everywhere. So this one I had perfect control over it. You can see the clouds here, or Cosmog's hands, I guess. But yeah, her gown is pretty too. Yeah, I just really adore this one, and it's something that I always look at when I open my portfolio. Sometimes I just come searching for this one just to see how I did it, because I can't believe how I was really young when I did this, obviously, and being new to watercolors, this is very impressive. In 1 year, I painted all of these paintings, so it's something that I love looking back on. So I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10 just because it's very nostalgic for me. I enjoy looking at it. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's basically, this came out the way that I wanted it to come out. Like, I designed this as well, so I knew exactly how I wanted Lily to pose and where I wanted Cosmog. So this one, I would have to say it's a solid 10. Finally, I'm saving the best for last. This is my all-time favorite watercolor piece to this day. And I absolutely love looking at this one. And I'm sure you guys will too. When I turn this around, it is Link from Breath of the Wild. When Breath of the Wild came out, I was non-stop with the fan art. I could not just put my pencil down and not draw Zelda or Link. Like, I designed this one and he looks super, super cute. He's kind of like anime kind of style. He looks really young here. He's very youthful. But I used watercolor for this one, and I also went in with Prismacolors for the hair details as well. So if you look at it, he's holding the Silent Princess, and the petals are blowing in the distance. This one is beautiful. I love the lighting. I captured the lighting in his hair, the soft yellow glow here. The lighting's kind of coming from here, so this section of his body is going to be lighter. Which was easy to do with the watercolor palette that I have, because again, it is a softer palette. You don't need much to make it very soft. It's not very pigmented, which was perfect for this one because I just wanted soft colors for Link. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. This one was painted in 2017, and yeah, to this day, I love this one very much. So I'm going to give this one a solid 10 out of 10 again, just because, first of all, my favorite franchise of all time. Second of all, it's very true to form. This is exactly how I wanted Link to look like in this painting. And third, the color palette is just beautiful. I love the blues. And if you played Breath of the Wild, you know that blue is a very important color. It is the color of the champion's tunic. There's lots of symbols of blue in the game, like the Silent Princess and whatnot. So I captured that very, very well. So yeah, I'm very proud of this one. So yeah, solid 10 out of 10. That's all that I have for today. Thank you for staying till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do, because I love looking through my old artworks. I love looking at old artworks just in general, like seeing how other artists have grown over time. And because these are painted like 10 years ago, I absolutely loved seeing how they compare to my new pieces. So thank you so much for watching, and in the next video I'm going to be going through some Prismacolor artworks. I hope you're excited for that. Prismacolors were my totally favorite medium to use back in the day. Stay tuned for my future videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Your support means so much to me, and just interacting on this channel with you guys obviously just means the world to me. I love interacting with you guys on social medias. So yeah, follow me here, as well as my other platforms are in the description below. And I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!